This should be heavy, yes. Me too. Loads of XP, we didn't level up. Okay, who's up for another run?
I am.
Okay. Now I'm just down the road in Artesia. You're up at Roswell. Okay, external contracts. Let's go to kind of the bottom end. I've got run to Roswell. Artesia. No, why is it Artesia? That's better. There we go. Carlsbad, Roswell, Alamogordo, Crucis, Tucumcari. You want to take something out to Tucumcari? Do you have anything to Tucumcari? Should be right at the bottom end of delivery range.
Oh, north.
Yes.
I got Clovis.
Clovis.
Sicario, right? Red Town.
Hang on. I don't have Clovis.
Well, we're probably not going to get the same jobs because we're not the same.
No, we're not. But I was trying to look for something. You got what's it? Santa Fe?
What's that?
Santa Fe?
Santa Fe.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's nothing to Santa Fe.
Got Yuma, Tucson, Holbrook.
Tucson. Tucson's Arizona. That's a long distance. I'm looking at stuff in New Mexico. So shortest range trip.
Clovis.
Clovis. Okay,
There's
my.
sort of, there's it's close to that. Yeah, here comes.
Oh, I see. You've got Tucumcari?
No, but I got Clovis. I got two Clovis, and you probably got.
I've got Tucumcari. I've got Las Cruces. Alamogordo, Roswell, Carlsbad. Carlsbad south of here. Roswell's north of here. Car parts to Albuquerque.
We're probably not going to get the same route.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No matter what we do, so.
Okay, I'm just going to pick something that's going up to Tucumcari then.
Okay.
Which means I'll be coming up through Roswell.
Probably.
Definitely. That's where the map
Oh,
takes me.
Yeah.
I'm literally about 20 miles south of you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's
So
weird.
I'm gonna take either Clovis or I'd probably just take Clovis.
Okay, that's... And the really nice thing is I'm picking up from exactly where I dropped off.
Oh yeah?
Yep. That's twice in a row. Although that really doesn't look healthy. Good grief. Seriously?
What?
I can't actually pick up my trailer.
Why not?
Are you watching the stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Take-
the heck?
Yeah.
What in the world?
How am I supposed to pick that thing up? I've got
Oh my god.
a high pressure...
Just have to squeeze over, man. Does it hit something?
Yeah, I hit the tank. There's no way through there.
What the heck, man? That's very unusual.
That's impossible.
looking at your stream now too. Yeah, how are you supposed to pick that up?
There's no way for my truck to fit through that gap. I'm sorry, that's not happening. Okay, well, it's a no collision zone, so I'm just going to have to come in through the other trailer.
You should be able to go there.
Nope. What I can do is come in this way. I think, yeah, that's my truck, so because it's a no collision area, so so I can come in from the side. But yeah, that's all sorts of fun. I should take a shot of that just for okay. Okay, so see if I can get my fifth wheel right under the pivot. Yes. Hitch it on. I can turn the hazard beacons off. And off we go. I got stuck on something. Great. Okay, nothing stuck there, nothing stuck there. There we go. Okay, we're rolling. Good grief, that was crazy. What are you doing?
I almost took my truck. I caught it though. Driving crazy.
Okay, McChee, take care. Okay, well, I'm now on the road, hauling back up to Roswell. I still haven't seen any aliens.
Oh, we're not gonna with that.
Oh, I'm so upset. I wanted to see aliens.
You see more aliens on TV than you do anything else.
Well, I am an alien, technically.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's right.
I have come to take your women back to my planet. The rate the UK is going, I wouldn't go back there if you paid me.
Oh yeah? Oh, what's the matter with them?
It's a serious mess.
Oh yeah?
Well, without getting too political, okay, they voted to leave the European Union. The Prime Minister at the time said, well, I was campaigning to stay in the European Union, so I'm going to quit and have someone who actually wants to lead, take over the party and run the country and leave Europe. And I respect him for that. He might have been a crap Prime Minister, but he actually said, no, I was on the other side of this deal and I don't think I can do a good job doing something I don't believe in. Yep, all kudos to him for that. So the new woman comes in. She was also someone who wanted to stay in Europe, and she has done nothing but sabotage the deal from start to end.
Oh yeah?
And so basically, I mean, the deal as it stands is basically lose all your voice in Europe, but remain a vassal state. So Europe gets to decide who Britain can trade with, how much tariffs they pay to import stuff from anywhere in the world. And they, you get to pay Europe for basically not being part of Europe,
What the heck?
and the entire deal sucks.
Why would think so?
I mean, it's almost like being Puerto Rico, except worse. Puerto Rico is not part of the United States, but they're a protectorate of the United States.
Oh yeah.
But it would be with the United States telling Puerto Rico who they have to deal with.
Yeah.
Where you buy your food, where you get your cars, where you get your luxury goods. We get to decide what you do, and you get to pay us for that privilege. And you don't get a say in the matter. So if we decide to raise your, rather than pay us $20 million a year, you can pay us $30 million a year. But you don't get a vote on that, we just get to vote on it.
Yeah.
No, that's screwed.
Take it, man.
And so
That's what we want.
she goes back to Parliament and says, okay, so this is the deal they've offered. And Parliament says, no. And so they then turn around and said, well, how about we just walk away with no deal at all? No, that's not acceptable either. Well, there are no other options because Europe isn't going to negotiate anything better than Britain gets screwed. And it's a mess. So the people that voted to get out, Europe is a bad deal, we want out. And all the government have done is basically say, well, and it started out, if we leave Europe, it's going to be a complete disaster for the UK. And they've negotiated it to be a complete disaster for the UK. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, it was like the leftists saying, well, if Trump gets voted as president, then there's going to be violence on the streets. And Trump gets in as president, and the leftists all take to the street and be violent. It's sort of, well, that was a self-fulfilling prophecy because you predicted you'd do that.
Yeah.
And so, it's just a complete freaking mess, and I don't need to have anything to do with it. So I won't. I'm going to run this light. Yes. Beat the red. Always breaking the speed limit. Hey Scorch, how you doing? We're just running the last trip of today, although we have just started out. I can't even see what the time is on this one. 3 hours 24 minutes by the looks of it, so we'll be running for about just under 10 minutes. Fortunately, the power stayed up for the duration of the stream once we eventually got started. Oh, good grief. And my throat survived. Yeah, this was our weekend to have our 3 former foster kids over, but due to sickness in the household, we've decided to postpone that for a while, potentially a couple of weeks now, because we have our workmen's coming in to do the next stage of the kitchen, which apparently is to do all the light fixtures and fittings. The house we live in, it's got a fitted basement. It's got a fitted basement, which has recessed lighting in the roof tiles. So that's that was all still intact, but all of the other lights in the house were basically torn out, and they were replaced by the cheapest light fixtures that you can buy from Menards, Lowe's, wherever. They weren't attached to the ceiling too well either, so they're all hanging skew with. But we decided, since we're getting the kitchen done, And the chandelier in the kitchen, most of the bulbs don't work in it and keep, shorting out every so often. That's going to get replaced. And then we have all the lights in the bedrooms upstairs need to be replaced. The one light in the kitchen over the sink is actually in good condition, but because we're getting an entirely new kitchen and don't have any gold fixtures in the new kitchen, we're replacing the gold fixtures for that with a silver one, or chromish one. The light in the hallway we're replacing just because it's also gold fixtures and we don't have any gold going up. So, and then we're getting fans in a couple of the east facing rooms because they get quite warm in the evening. So there'll be ceiling fans and in the light fixture. Okay, no worries, VH. You take care for the evening?
Yep. I'm still online, but watching your stream right now.
Okay, no problem. Oh, that's not good, Scorch.
I did 2 loads.
Yeah, well, I'm now on my third. We're actually over $234,000 for the day, or in the bank at the moment. I think this one's only about 8,000. I need to play a little bit more ETS2, or ETS, yeah, ETS2, and build up my funds there because I'm kind of broke. But with the World of Warships promo going on at the moment, I kind of want to get that, as much of that out of the way, as much free stuff as I can, should I say.
Yep.
But, yeah. Looks like we're down to about a little over 5 minutes more driving to do, and then whatever ridiculous parking spot it gives us to drop off at.
Yeah, my second one was very hard to get into.
My second one was easy, except I went in the wrong way, and so because I was driving an articulated trailer, there was no way I was going to be able to maneuver that thing around to get it into the parking spot. So I had to leave the area and drive around the block and come back the right way in. Oh, I got a vehicle inspection coming up. Awesome. It's the third one for the night. Oh, it's the same one as last time. Oh. In the left lane. But yeah, I don't know what's happening with Farm Sim tomorrow night. Obviously, I'm still running 1.3 beta version, so I would have to backdate to the current 1.2 live to get onto that multiplayer server. But also, I'm not able to play before it, until after 8 on a Friday. Typically around 8:30, 8:45. And if Arthur starts at 7 or around then, I'm basically looking at doing my own thing after his stream finishes. And for that, we will be continuing with Mercury Farms. without
Cool.
potatoes. Well, I did an extended first look at Mercury Farms, and then what's it? Last week on Thursday or Friday, they patched it to the 1.1 version, and basically the instructions were, well, if you're playing basic mode or start from scratch, you're fine, but if you're playing Farm Manager, you'll need to reset your game save. Yeah, you'll have to start a new game save. So sort of, now I found out. Okay. So I had to throw away my extended first look and start over. Now I give most...
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
I watched those with you.
Yeah.
That.
Now my general rule is I will restart a map once only. And back in Farm Sim 17, I played quite a bit of Old Stream Farm, and I'd probably been playing a few months. I was having fun on the map, and then they released the extended version of Old Stream Farm, which gave you a couple of big fields around the outside. And so, sort of, yeah, okay, I'll start a new game save. And then Seasons came out, and they re-released Old Stream Farm, enhanced for Seasons play. And at that point I said, yeah, I've restarted the map once, I'm not going to do it again. It's a fun map, but I don't want to go through the startup process that many times. Now, with Mercury Farms, it wasn't so much of a big deal because I just started. I hadn't got any serious hours invested in it, so I didn't see it as such a hardship to start over. But it's kind of, if you've been playing a couple of months and then they release a new version, it's sort of, you'll need a new game save to use the new version. It's kind of, I've got so much time invested in it, I'm going to have to go back to basic equipment and start over. I'm not really interested in doing that. I prefer to do that on a different map, is my view on that. So Mercury Farms has had their free restart. Marwell doesn't need a new game save, so I'm happy about that. What I was kind of cheesed off with is we got Marwell weeks ago, and Oxygen David had said he'd submitted the 1.1 update to Giants, and then Mercury Farms came out. A week later, Mercury Farms gets its 1.1 update, and we're still waiting on the Marwell update. It's sort of, come on, guys. We've had Marwell for much longer than Mercury, and Mercury's already had its update. What's gives? But as I said, we got Marwell updated. Can't remember if it was today or yesterday. Not that I've had a chance to play it yet, because it's my personal non-streamed farm. I spend so much time streaming, or the kids haven't gone to bed yet, so I can't play anything at the moment. That I really don't get a lot of personal time to play games. So we'll see what happens. Be nice to be able to sell my milk on that farm though. I bought 20 cows at the start. I think I'm up to 22 now, so that's about 120 hours of play. I can now sell some milk. And we're down to 41 miles to go. This isn't so bad terrain around here. I mean, it's not flat desert boringness. We have trees, not very big trees. I mean, Oregon is pretty. I think the thing with SCS is every expansion they release looks better than the previous one. Now this one, I think New Mexico was the one that came out just before Oregon, and as such it's much better detail than Arizona and Nevada and California. Oh, here we are, Tucumcari, and we are turning left ahead. Oh, hang on, we're coming off. Okay then. And then we're turning left. Yay. So, come on. Okay, I'm almost at my destination. How are you doing, Jeremy? Jeremy might not be listening.
What?
How are you getting on?
I'm already gone. I'm already off.
Oh, okay. Well, I will say thank you guys for joining me tonight.
Yeah, good night, people.
It hasn't been so much of a convoy as it has been a bunch of guys chatting whilst playing ATS somewhere on the same server. But thanks for joining us anyway. We'll be back next week in Warsaw. And the week after we'll be back in ATS at Flagstaff again. So tomorrow is multiplayer farming with Arthur. Potentially, although because of my life at the moment. Whoa, hello dude standing in the middle of the road. Because of my time limitations, I may not be able to join again, and if that happens, I'll be playing Mercury Farms. Thank you everybody who came and watched today, and as soon as I park this load, I will be leaving. It looks like it's right down the end of the street. Come on,
what town is this?
What's that?
What town is this?
Ow! Oof, just missed that. Where is the drop? Oh, there's the drop-off point. You want me to go in backwards? Okay, I can do that. I might even not knock over your boxes of potatoes. Yeah. Ooh, I hit something. Okay, I will probably have to do this from overhead. Turn around a little bit more. There we go. Okay, let's keep it away from the... I hit something. Oh yeah, I was just about to say let's keep it away from the farming implement, but we hit that quite smartly. Okay. Steer that way so that the trailer stays clear. Wow, that is a nasty... Yep. Hitting the trailer hitch and it's parked just where I need the trailer to be going. So actually I'm going to have to angle that way initially. Oh, don't swing back yet. Then, if I take the truck that way, I should miss it and get the angle on the trailer back into where it needs to be. Wow. This is another unfriendly parking. Well, I have got it set on, give me the most challenging place you can find to park this thing. Well, you'll notice I don't get the little green flag at the entrance that asks me where I want to park. I'm automatically, oh, that's good enough, okay. I'm automatically assigned because that's the settings I set up. But that does mean I can miss my entrance. Oh, satisfactory. What the heck? I got a damage penalty? Bah. Oh, actually, no. That was... When I took the contract right at the beginning, it said trailer damaged, and I thought that was a bit odd. But I'm guessing the trailer got damaged on the gas tank that it was parked by that I couldn't reverse past. So, well, that was interesting. But we are now level 25. Yay us! Let's take the last long distance, because why not? New upgrades available for a trailer. Ooh, pretty wheels, yay. And new upgrades for a truck available. Ooh, pretty wheels. That's it. We get pretty wheels all the way across. An elegant chrome hub cover. Very nice.
Oh shit.
Okay, let's check the bank. Nope, no loans. I can buy stuff. So, I will take this over here. And park it up out the way. Neutral. Handbrake on, engine off. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll be leaving here. Have a good evening. Have a good day tomorrow. And I will be back tomorrow evening with some sort of stream. In the meantime, good night from me. And take care.